Hello? Hello, I cannot hear you. Oh, now I can hear you.
Hello, you
Hello?
cannot hear me.
Hello?
Uh, is it clear now? Yes.
Oh, yes, but I think that our internet connection is kind of bad.
Yeah, I think so. I can hear background noise, right?
Mm, from me?
I actually I'm not also sure, but I think it's bearable,
Uh-uh.
right? We can. It's so far I can still hear you and
Mm-mm.
stronger than the sound, background
Mm-mm.
sound. Would
Mm-mm.
you like to continue or let's restart?
Just I want to continue.
Continue. All right. So nice meeting you. I'm teacher Solen and we will
Mm-mm.
be having a class for this hour, okay? All right.
Okay.
And then I read your request, so I will automatically correct you
Mm-mm.
during the class.
Thank you.
All right. And is my speed okay?
Yep.
Am I okay? So, did you prepare any topic for today?
Yes, I read advanced and streaming affects environment.
Mm-hmm. Streaming affects environment. Okay. So since you read that, which is very good,
Mm-hmm.
wow. So wait, I need to the first one in the advanced topic, right? So while I'm loading it, can you tell me the summary of that article, please?
Yes, I this article say that like streaming service through our mobile phone
Mm-hmm.
um would result in emissions of greenhouse. So this article say that instead of using the streaming service or the 3G or 4G, we need to use the hotspot or Wi-Fi. So this article advised the government to set up a more Wi-Fi or hotspot zone.
Okay, wow, good job. All right. So you said it's correct. So streaming really affects our environment, particularly global warming,
Mm-mm.
because of the gas emissions. All right. So
Mm-mm.
you also said that government should try to put more hotspots,
Yep.
right? So wait, what page is that? Is it page 8? Wait a minute. So do you agree that do you agree with this article that government should put more hotspots, I should say?
Um. Yes, I think so. I think that's only for the public place, like
Mhm.
the subway or um, or department store.
Mhm.
Mm, yeah, for the trains or the bus.
Mhm.
But I
All right.
think that we already have the Wi-Fi in the public place.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But is it enough? Is it
Um,
maybe Korea? No problem because anywhere there is a Wi-Fi.
mm-mm. Yeah, and I think that many of the Koreans use the free 3G, like free 3G service, where we are
3G
willing to
services.
pay, yes, the more money for the free 3G.
You're
Mm-mm.
willing to pay more money, much more money for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not an issue.
Yes,
This
so
is not an issue.
when it comes to the internet problem, we don't have any issue about it.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Mhm. That's good. All right. So this maybe the gas emissions or the CO2 emissions in Korea is not
Mm.
that serious. What do you think?
I think that this is my first time to hear about the streaming service related
Mhm.
to um, the emissions of the greenhouse.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
CO2. So
Mhm.
I was really surprised when I read this.
Ah, right.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, me too. Actually, when I was reading it, it's really affecting it affects our, what is it? All right, it is connected to greenhouse gases,
Mm-mm.
and they don't even mention it before, right?
Mm-mm.
All right. So, but have you tried to do streaming services like sending video games or
Yes,
music?
yes, I think that I used every day. I use the
Mhm.
streaming service every day. And
Mhm.
when I listen to when I tried it to listen to the music through my cell phone,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
always use the streaming service instead of um, stores the music.
Source music.
Yes.
So you use more on listening to music,
Mm-mm.
but not really sending videos to other people.
Yes, of course, I send sometimes.
Mhm.
Yes, I used. I think that I used almost every day.
Mhm. Also with the okay, this is about affecting the environment, and we are all using technology. We are all part of no, we are all guilty
Mm-mm.
affecting our environment,
Mm,
right?
yes.
Because we use technology.
Mm-mm. We use
Hmm.
technology.
But in your opinion, or for you, or
Mm-mm.
as a person, are you, how can I say this? Do you really care what's happening in our environment now?
Actually, before 2 years ago,
Mm.
I didn't really care about what happening in
What is
our
happening?
yes in our Earth, but
Mm-hmm.
from 2 years ago, the government started to not use the plastic bag in the department store, or and
Mm-hmm.
the Starbucks also changed the plastic
Mm-hmm.
like change the plastic straw into the straw.
Paper bags?
Yeah, I mean the
Mm-hmm.
straw, like
Straw. Ah.
straw. So
Mm-hmm.
from that time, I also thought that this how can I say that this CO2 and
Yes.
our environment is alarming.
Alarming. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So what's happening nowadays is really alarming.
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
few like from next year, our government also set the new law, which is that
Mm-hmm.
um, when it comes to the 1+1 service, 1+1,
What is what
it
is that one
is
plus one?
if I buy, for example, if I buy the one lemon, then the
Uh-uh.
companies are giving are going to give the one more.
Oh,
Yeah, so
really?
yes, we already have, and when it
I
comes
like
to
that.
this event, the
Mm-hmm.
company usually
Packed, yes.
pack with the plastic bag.
Mm-hmm.
So the government noticed that when it comes to the event, the
Mm-hmm.
company cannot from next year the company cannot use the plastic bag for pack
Packing, for
yeah for
packing.
packing.
Mm. That's good. I think at least the government is doing something. Mm-hmm. But maybe, are you sure, or do you think all companies will comply to this government policy?
Oh yes, the whole company have to, but
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to like, but the government accept some of the products. I mean,
Like, for
like
example,
mm,
uh,
for For
toothpaste.
example, um, I forgot what product was it, but
Oh, oh,
that
oh.
product really needs um,
Plastic.
yeah, plastic bag for package.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
So there are some exemptions.
Yeah,
Not everything,
exemption. Mm-mm.
not everything will be without plastic. It's a little bit impossible now.
Mm-mm.
Mm. All right, and then yes, because of these copper cables, right? So
Mm-mm.
it's contributing to the what is it, CO2 emissions. Can you not use cell phone or any kind of technology in one day just to save the
Um,
environment?
for one day, just
Mm.
the reason is for the saving environment.
Let's say yes.
Um,
Mm.
well, I'm not sure, but if I couldn't use my cell phone, I'm willing
Mm.
to use my laptop. So
Mhm.
I can watch the YouTube or I can contact with my friends. Mhm.
But streaming can still be done using laptop, right?
Yes, but I think that when it comes to laptop, we can
Mm.
use the Wi-Fi.
Mm.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, of course, the cell phone also use the Wi-Fi.
Yes. So technology in general, just for one day,
Mm-mm.
to help reduce the carbon emissions.
Mm-mm.
Are you
Carbon
willing to
emission.
do that? Mm?
How about you? Are you willing to?
um, maybe not. Philippines is not as advanced as Korea, so
Mm-mm.
a lot of people here do not have. Some people here do not have much gadget, or they do not have
Mm-mm.
a lot of gadgets. So I think it's possible just for one day.
Mm-mm. Just for
Yes,
one day.
it's
Mm-mm.
possible.
Mm-mm.
But this situation is really impossible to stop.
Mm-mm.
Right? Streaming is always done. It's always
Mm-mm.
being, yeah, people always do
Mm-mm.
streaming.
Mm-mm.
So aside from, what is your suggestion to minimize greenhouse gases or greenhouse or environmental problems?
Sorry?
Um, what is your suggestion to
Mm-mm.
minimize greenhouse gases?
Mm, Suggestion.
Yes.
I think that first of all, I think that need to follow the government's regulation.
Mhm.
Like don't use the plastic bag in the department store.
Mhm.
And bring some eco bags.
Mhm.
And what else? Mm, I think that when we ordered, like when we take an order from the
Mm.
internet, when we use the delivery
Okay.
service,
Mhm.
they provide a lot of plastic cup and plastic bag. So,
Oh, okay.
mm, hmm, how
So
can
we should use recyclable materials.
yeah, we should use recyclable materials.
So that it can help the environment.
Mm-mm.
Actually, before you already said to me also, maybe we have the similar situation. 2 years ago, you
Mm-mm.
do not really care about the environment, you said,
Mm-mm.
right?
Mm-mm.
But after that, you became a little bit aware.
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's. I think it's not just you. Nowadays, people became more aware of the environmental problem than before,
Mm.
right? What
Yes.
made them? What do you think made them have that kind of thinking?
Mm. I think that the one of the biggest contribution is
Mm-mm.
the government's law, and
Mhm.
then also I can see many campaign
Good.
like
Okay.
not use plastic cup, and
Mm-mm.
also when I go to the department store, I can see that they are going to sell eco bags instead of the
Yes.
plastic bag. So I think that our just background and environment make us think like take care of the environment.
Environment. I agree. Yeah. So it's just irony, right? Before we don't care because everything is just okay. Now that it's getting worse, people become conscious, government become conscious. So many campaigns, right?
Mm,
Yes. So where the actually the earth is already very polluted, that's the time we are making an action. It's
mm,
a little bit um reality, that's reality, sad reality, right? Mm,
reality.
yes. Yes, so many hotspots, they produce carbon dioxide. There's no question when it comes to the article, everything is okay.
Yes.
That's good.
Mhm.
All right. So I was um I was reading this also maybe two nights ago, 2 days ago,
Uh-uh.
and it was my first what is it? It's my first time to encounter
To talk
streaming
about.
connected to
Uh-huh.
greenhouse gases. So I was surprised. So it's like impossible. It's really impossible, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so but uh, it says here actually.
Mm-mm.
Okay, wait. I will underline. It is possible to stream data without negatively impacting the environment if you do it
Mm.
right. It says there,
Mhm.
right? So the do it right there is
Huh?
this one.
Mm-mm. It is.
It is
Mm.
it is possible to so without negatively by using public Wi-Fi hotspots.
Mm. Yes. Sorry.
Wait, I need to delete. It cannot be. All right. So, you in the last sentence it says there,
Mm-mm.
right? We can use. My underlining is terrible. It is possible to stream data without negatively impacting the climate. Correct?
Yes.
If we use more public Wi-Fi hotspots.
Mm-mm.
Mm. So, except Korea,
Mm-mm.
let's can you um, other countries
Mm-mm.
should use more public hotspots.
Mm. I think so, but I'm not sure about the company. I like the government's. Mm, can I say that
Policy,
government's? Oh yeah,
regulation,
policy or the money. How can I say that?
budget.
Yeah, budget. I'm not
Mm-mm-mm.
sure about the government's budget.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not sure that they are they. It is possible for them to set up the Wi-Fi in the public place, but I think
Mm-hmm.
that in the past, like 6 years ago,
Mm.
I've been to um, Vietnam and Cambodia before, and
Mm-hmm.
in there was no Wi-Fi, even
Mm-hmm.
in airports. But I think that right now they
Mm.
already set up the Wi-Fi. Mm.
Wi-Fi.
Mm-mm.
Mm. Yeah, so maybe it's improved, especially in uh, public places that are really important, like
Mm-mm.
airport,
Mm-mm.
right, or government areas.
Mm-mm. I think
Mm.
that setting up the Wi-Fi is the good for the travelers as well.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
when I've been to Germany,
Germany. Mhm.
I took a train and
Mhm.
I uh, took off took off the train and
Get off.
I get off the train and I
Mhm.
should find the place that I
Mhm.
booked, but I
Mhm.
realized that there was no Wi-Fi in the train station.
Mhm.
So I got really trouble, and
You
mm,
were in trouble.
yeah, I was in trouble, and
Mhm.
uh, how can I say, I asked, I asked the
Mhm.
taxi driver to use the earphones for
Mhm.
calling to that place that I booked.
Mhm.
So, yes, so it was very, can I say that, uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable. But that's already Germany, right? It's in
Yes.
Europe. They don't have public Wi-Fi
They
there
don't have.
in the train.
I think that
Oh.
I can only use like the 30 minutes,
Mhm.
like the
Mhm.
50 minutes or 20 minutes, but I already used before.
Ah.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
So I don't have any um, right to use that.
So there's a limitation on how much or how many gigabyte or memories you can use.
Mm-mm, yes.
It's interesting. Yes, but I agree with you. The budget, it takes a much
Mm-mm.
amount of money
Mm-mm.
to settle or to install
Mm-mm.
Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe just in important areas. But when you were in Vietnam, you said even in airport,
Mm-mm.
am I right? There's no
No
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Yes.
So you were also having a hard time, or you were able to get
Yes.
by.
I remember that I've been to the Vietnam with my mother. So my mother
Uh,
bought um, some the data in there.
mhm.
So we can use. So I can use the internet with my
Mhm.
mother's cell phone.
Oh, so at least she prepared. She knew maybe, so she prepared and bought some data for the internet.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's Vietnam, and what's the other one? Cambodia?
Yeah,
I didn't get
Cambodia.
Cambodia.
Mm.
Also, you use data.
Yes, in there. Mm-mm.
Mm. Yeah, so that's how important, what is it, Wi-Fi
Mm-mm.
nowadays, especially you said to travelers.
Yes. I think
Mm.
that like through the internet we can buy some SIM card. So
Mhm.
like after those experience I before I go to
Experiences.
travel, I tried to buy the SIM card through my through the internet with the
Mhm.
reasonable price.
Reasonable price.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Actually, when I went to Italy, I
Mhm.
bought the SIM card in there with
Mhm.
I don't know how much was it, but it
Mhm.
was not that reasonable. But it was a fraud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because after 3 hours, the data
Mhm.
was gone. So I realized that it was fraud. Mm-mm.
So it's safer to buy online.
Yeah, safer to buy online.
Mm. Mm. Wow, you traveled a lot, Sunny.
Mm.
Unfortunately, in this year, maybe because of this pandemic, you need to postpone your travel plans.
Yes, it is right.
Mm.
So I'm so sorry.
Right, and then you travel to both developed and underdeveloped countries. So at least you can able to see the differences when it comes to technology, right? When it comes to culture. So at
Mm.
least you know how to adjust. So in this country, I should buy data online like that, or in this country, I think they have internet, so I don't need. So right, so you can. All right. So to save the environment, let us use recyclable materials. All right. Let's bring eco bags
Yes.
and yeah, try not to do streaming as much as possible.
Yes, I think so too.
You're okay? Your voice sounded so soft.
Oh,
You're
really?
okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-mm.
So, so nice having you for today, Sunny. And
Yes.
yes, the topic is also very interesting. Like
Mm-mm.
it's a lesson for both of us to
Yes.
contribute protecting the environment. Okay.
Mm-mm. Okay.
So I just you just mentioned a while ago the word. So can you just say this one more time?
Mm-mm.
That's S. It doesn't look like S. It's S.
Oh,
Can you see it?
SIM card.
It's C, not SIM card.
SIM card. Mm-mm.
Yes, right, right. Because you tend to say it a while ago with an SH sound.
SIM card. Mm-mm.
Yes, all right. So
Okay.
nice having you and have a good day, Sunny.
Okay. Bye
I'll see
bye.
you around. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.